Hey everyone, what's going on? Welcome back to the Foundry. I'm JB here with Ken and Sly, and today we're reviewing episode 9 of Andor. Nobody's listening, guys. What's going on? Another banger of an episode from this lovely show. What'd you guys think?
Dude, hell yeah! I'm ready to talk about this episode. It was just continuing right off from the last episode. It's really like I am very invested in what's going on right now because like there's so many like different threads coming together. And like the whole stuff in the prison, it got me very interested to see how this is gonna go because they got to get out of there somehow. So I'm very curious to see how this goes.
Yeah, there are a lot of high stakes for this episode. A lot of stuff was uncovered and came to light that a lot of people were curious about too. Because when you see all these characters in this gigantic high security max prison. And you think automatically it's like, okay, well, they're obviously going to get out, you know? But how are they going to escape?
How? They look screwed.
Yeah, and as in the last episode, you could see there was almost no contact with any prisoners. They had the most foolproof plan ever. And
the floors being electricity and shit. Damn, that's all really cool and really interesting.
Evil genius type shit.
Stay
right
on
there.
program, you know?
Yeah.
Who does that shit? Andy Serkis, man, he was truly the fucking highlight of this episode.
Oh yes,
We like him.
Back to back.
Love that guy.
Yeah, Karn was really awkward and uncomfortable in this episode as well.
Yeah.
He's coming to look like he's losing his mind, and he's becoming the most desperate man I've ever
Man's
seen.
is unhinged.
Yeah,
Oh, dude,
unhinged.
yeah, especially near the end when he's trying to get contact with the ISB or whatever. He was just watching, waiting.
He's like, you have given me, you have relit my flame within me. I'm like, is he talking about his love for the bureaucracy or his love for her?
A hard on for fucking fascism, man. I was like, whoa.
That's fucking funny. Yeah, it was really weird.
Calm down there, comrade.
I know it was weird, uncomfortable, and
yeah. No, I was really uncomfortable. I was like, it just weirds me out seeing him with the officer too, because even for someone as dislikable as her, I was like, this bothers me.
Yeah,
this bothers me.
I feel bad for her. She was followed. It's weird. She outranks him
and she's
heavily.
super professional about it. She's just I could have you arrested for this. I could have you blow away the key.
She was kind of cool about it too. I thought at least. I think she felt pity for him.
Yep.
Yeah.
Which is kind of sucks too because I'm sure he sees himself in her, not literally, unfortunately for him.
Yeah,
but
he
so much.
Her, but
yeah,
he's so different than her.
Yeah, he's a little fucking worm version.
He's a fanatic.
Right, he could have been what she is.
Yeah, exactly.
Would, got the right opportunity or something.
Unhinged.
Yeah, he just reminds me of Gabe from The Office, just unsure and insecure.
Sometimes I look at him and I see Gabe from The Office, so that's on the money.
Hey, look, have you seen The Office, Ken?
Yes.
Yeah,
no, I know
the
what
tall,
you mean,
lanky
for
guy.
sure.
Yeah. Karn, pretty much.
That's I
the one who has uncomfortable sex with Aaron.
Yeah. What do you guys think about the psychological torture with Bix?
Yeah, I was about to mention that too. Speaking of things she's done, damn, that interrogation scene. Whew, you can feel the tension and Bix is so screwed. They pull in that torturer guy and damn, he's playing the mind games before they even start.
I know, dude's fucking ice cold, man.
Yeah, he's enjoying that shit. He's like, oh, dude, he's torturing these other aliens that scream and absolutely destroy your mind by listening to it somehow. Holy shit! And we don't know what it even sounds like. They don't let us hear any of it. So you're just left to wonder.
Which is even
I'm pretty sure
that.
it sounds something like milk getting poured into the anus.
No, God damn it! We're trying to move forward from this. No, which I think makes it even more scary and mysterious.
I agree. More with less.
Yeah,
sort of
exactly.
Idea.
Which is actually what a lot of horror films do is that there's a big rule to not give away and reveal too much of your creature or your antagonist and a lot of that. So it's kind of cool though. It just makes people wondering what's going on.
Right. The mystery is what makes it more tense.
It pretty much turned it into some truth serum, so they were able to pick her brain and stuff like that afterwards, and she
essentially,
it was the
She's
spill
not
of
the
beans.
same after. She is
Nope.
bugging.
Yeah. And apparently they did it prior to one of her coworkers, and they mentioned that he pretty much was like a zombie, like he was lobotomized almost.
The most fucked up part was that other dude was like, "Can I hang him?" I was like, "What?"
Yeah, it was weird. Like they're
he's
taking
already got his shit kicked in. What the
taking
hell?
too much pride in it. Like Jesus Christ.
Yeah.
Sick bastard, man. I mean, there's making an example of someone, and then there's that. That's just overkill.
Yep.
Yeah, it's not great. So yeah, we had the big reveal with the prisoners of them getting out and stuff, which was terrible, really fucked up. But I totally see it happening.
You're talking about like later in the episode?
Yeah, I was just nailing all the big stuff on the head there, but like yeah, there was some stuff going down with the old man, part of the crew that Cassian was in jail with.
Yep.
Which is insane that he's in jail, but like under a false name. And they're like
Cassian? Yeah, true.
Yeah.
I don't know how you don't figure that out somehow.
Yeah.
I guess it's because they don't care. They're just like, we have a worker that's gonna go build shit for us. Like,
They
who
have
cares if, like,
fucking-
we have the right name?
floating giant Death Star space stations, but they don't have fingerprints or something. That's
Yeah,
great.
true. That is a good point.
yeah.
They don't have like
I know,
some DNA
and they're like, oh man, we need to find Andor. He's already in prison.
yeah. It's like we have.
They don't even have anyone reviewing like any prison papers or anything like that. I'm like,
They probably just have so many, right? I
Yeah.
mean, I guess that's probably what they want us to.
Yeah,
believe.
that was also what the goal was after the rebellion started to like light up. Remember, they're like, just incarcerate everyone for the most minor offense. So
Yeah.
that was the goal.
Yeah.
Yeah,
Which is-
that is true.
I mean, like a lot of time, like the prisoners were even saying that like they're making up the sentences as they go along, and they're just like they're like they know they're getting fucked too. That's what like
Yup.
the most terrible part is.
Yep.
Yeah. Even to the fact where they're apparently not letting anyone go either.
Yeah, because they found out. It was interesting because like the way they revealed it was like subtle. It wasn't just a straight up in your face like, oh, they're not letting people go. They're like, they transferred this guy and like he left, but he came back on another floor. It's like, shit. That means they want you to believe that you're leaving, but you're actually just getting transferred somewhere else. And they messed up and brought him back to the same place. Like they were supposed to bring him to a completely different prison so that no one would know. But they brought him back to the same place. People realized and they're like, oh shit, we better kill everybody because otherwise people will figure it out.
Yep, and then they'll create problems and riots and stuff like that. And I mean, if you pay close enough attention, man, like you don't start to pick it up on it until like later, like deep after this episode, that even when Cassian even showed up, that things weren't working correctly at the prison. So like there are issues within the prison. Like there are a couple issues, even though it looks like a utopia for the guards and like it looks like perfection and you can't escape it, you know, like an Alcatraz. I mean, like when like they even had to wait on bringing Cassian out because they had issues. And which was really interesting. I remembered that like after this episode when they were like the entire time Cassian's he's bugging Andy Serkis. He's like, hey, how many guards? Like how many guards are here? He wants to get out. He wants to get out. And the entire time, Andy Serkis is trying to look out for himself, and he's trying to look out for like everyone else on his floor because that's his job, and he needs to take care of these people. He doesn't really give a fuck about getting out. He just gives a fuck about staying in line and doing everything by the book.
He believes that they're actually going to get out, and he's only so many days away. So he's like, I'm just going to keep going. We're going to get out of here, or I'll get out of here at least, and then we'll be fine.
Yeah.
But then when they figure out at the end, in that like, frankly, like, awful scene of the old man dying.
That's horrible.
It was so like he was not treated like a person. He was treated as an asset, and they were just like, we need a bag. Get this guy. Like he's gone. He's dead.
He's just like
he had a stroke.
Like an old part, like an engineer is like, oh, this part's expired. Move on. Like let's go to the stock room and get the next part. You know.
Yeah,
that's terrible.
Exactly.
They did not waste any time with that whole like, we'll get somebody in here by the next week or whatever. And it's like, what? Yeah, actually, it wasn't even that. They're like, yeah, it'll be like a day or two.
Yeah, to stop because they don't want to stop production. like because it essentially the prison is a factory of what they're manufacturing.
Yeah.
Like every day they're making. Do we know what they're making? Do you guys know?
Not quite. No.
It's not very clear.
No, it's
I
not.
don't think they've
It's like a
shown anything.
connector. It looks like a connector.
Yeah, like giant gears. I don't even know, man.
Yeah, I'm still on the on the side of it. It's got to be something related to the Death Star. It's got to
Most
be right.
likely. It's like,
that'd
cause
be-
like
that'd
you
be
look at the
interesting.
shape, it's kind of like snowflakey, like it interlocks with
Yeah,
something.
I thought maybe it was
So-
a cog, like a gear. That's what it reminded me of.
So I keep
Right.
thinking of maybe like just like a bunch of these connected helps like settle in like pieces, kind of like solar panels kind of thing.
yeah.
That's what I'm picturing.
Interesting. Yeah.
Which another thing that with Bix like kind of spilling all the beans about Andor being back on Ferrix. Is that what the planet was called?
Yeah.
Yeah. So of him being back there, and they're able to somehow, which I thought was kind of reaching, just to me a little bit, connect him to Aldani because he was clean shaven apparently, and all the guards that were fucking about and Aldani were clean shaven as well. So they are able to like connect it, or at least rise interest, which I thought was kind of a piss take. I thought that was
There's a
pretty
lot
far.
of like jumping to conclusions, and it's like, okay,
When
come on.
when before they were like having difficulties even saying that there was like a rebellion or anything like that, that it was more, you know, and now they're like, oh yeah, there's definitely like, I feel like one super organized, like the Aldani thing is definitely, it feels a lot more organized than anything that Cassian did that they know of.
Yeah.
To me though, but obviously we know better, but like they don't though.
Yeah.
I thought that was
I
just
don't disagree with you. Yeah.
I thought that was just kind of reaching just a bit there, but not talking shit or like
Yeah, it does
anything
like
like that.
bring you out of it, but it's like okay.
Intentionally
think.
talking shit, but
yeah. I just had to bring it to light because I need George Lucas to know this and fix this right fucking now.
Yeah, exactly, because he listens to this.
Yes, absolutely. Just like when we did our Thor review and it was just 40 minutes of us talking about Heimdall's son, and we actually had to scrap the entire video. You guys remember that?
Yeah, dude.
Yeah, because apparently
man,
it just
that was a
it was,
session.
It was,
Taika
yeah, that was
Waititi
very
actually personally called us and was like, "I'm sorry."
Yes, he was weeping in tears, weeping. It was really embarrassing. He asked to take us
Yeah.
down the video. We only had one view on it. It was him watching it, and so we just
Yeah.
took it down.
Exactly. It was
Yeah.
for the best.
We did a review on it. You know, we don't want
Totally
to
not because he paid us.
Yeah.
No.
To shit on his movie.
I'm still not. He paid us to take it down.
Exactly.
there.
yeah.
Oh,
You were
yeah,
there.
yeah. Sorry. Yeah.
Yeah.
It was.
Your conscience isn't
such a-
clear because you have so much money right now.
I knew. You hear that, Taika? Keep it coming.
Oh, I guess getting back to the episode, one other thing that I thought was very interesting about this one was we got the reveal that Vel, who was leading the Aldani thing, well, like on the ground leading it and everything, I guess is related to Mon Mothma, at least based on what they were showing, because
Yeah, their
the
cousins or
daughter
some
calls her
shit.
auntie.
Oh yeah,
Or
I forgot
whatever.
about that. That she
Um,
was there for dinner.
Yeah. And so I guess they're raised from the same family.
Yeah.
Based on all the conversations, it seems like they are legitimately related. It's not just this is a friend, so you call her aunt or whatever.
Right.
It seems like they're actually related.
Yeah, it
So
seemed
it's
like her and Mamath were very
damn.
related. Yeah.
Okay. I was like, okay, shit. So they're like, it's a family thing. They're both involved, but she's just like
Okay,
more
step
like,
moth.
yeah,
Jesus Christ.
she's like on the ground, like doing stuff while like Mon
Different
Mothma is,
approaches.
like, trying
yeah,
to
yeah.
get
Exactly.
the
yeah.
funding and shit. I'm like, okay,
Is this
shit?
in this episode? Does Mon Mothma have like some little speech thing in the freaking Senate? I can't.
Yeah,
remember.
no one's listening.
Yeah, I'm sorry, but like those scenes seem so pointless to me. I remember like we were so excited about seeing the Imperial Senate when the trailer for this show first came out, and I've had no, I don't know, they just haven't really delivered on the Senate at all, in my opinion.
Yeah, I feel like that's something that should really capitalize. Hey, this is something big that was like you should be familiar with. You know, I feel like they had no, like, I know the director is like, hey, I did not want to have throwbacks and just like nostalgia and stuff
Yeah.
like that. But I mean, like, if that's something that like the audience is familiar with, I feel like it should stand out a little bit to me to be like,
Exactly.
oh shit, that's that, you know? Instead, we're over here like, that's Star Killer armor and shit, you know?
Yeah.
But
Yeah, I agree with that. The scenes were definitely kind of lacking, but I think they did serve a purpose in that they show like no one in the Senate actually gives a shit anymore.
yeah, I was gonna say
Right.
also that's also could be deliberate in like the democracy failing within.
Yeah, like
Just
no one's actually paying attention.
yes, literally,
all-
they're
Nobody's
everyone's-
listening.
Yeah, everyone.
Yeah.
You know, dual
Pretty
meetings,
much.
dual meanings. You know, to the prison and
Absolutely
to the
dual
people.
meanings, yeah.
Exactly. Yeah. The rich, the 1%ers, like taking a blind eye and just not listening to everything around them. They're just in their own bubble, just personally benefiting from it.
That, and
Yeah.
you probably got a lot of people who are already discouraged, like, the little keyboard warriors from the Republic era, as opposed to now. Because, like, think about it. If they were, like, really,
I cannot
really
believe that
big
was
on-
just a sentence that was just uttered in this
I
review.
had,
But
I had to say
continue.
it.
Love it.
Continue.
I had to say it. Fucking politicians. Anyway, they went from feeling like super, like, hey, I'm fighting for a cause. I'm fighting for this. Whether it was the separatist or the Republic, it didn't matter. They like believed in it. And then the freaking Empire assimilates both of them. They probably felt very much like, dude, none of this shit mattered.
Yep.
Yeah.
Existential crisis coming in,
Yeah, exactly. Yeah, I guess that's one of the things that I appreciate about the show is that it kind of shows some of those things, and like you can, I don't know, you can feel like the actual like the atmosphere of like how the politics and how the empire is gradually taking over, and like you see how this is affecting people, and it just adds more depth to the show, I think.
Yeah. I don't mind the Mon Mothma stuff. I don't think it's the most interesting shit, but
No.
yeah, that's just me personally. With that stuff, I'm just like, okay, I kind of tune out a little bit, but it's
Yeah,
not
I
bad
think
or
it's
anything.
definitely supposed
I think
to
it's necessary,
parallel.
though. I think it's necessary, and it
Yeah.
gives you a different perspective on her when you see her in other Star Wars films, as well.
Yeah.
To where like
Well, I
she's
mean-
literally done this like her entire life fighting for fucking freedom in the galaxy. And for what-
Yeah.
Yep.
I mean, coming off, because you never played Force Unleashed, did you, John?
No.
No, she's actually in that game technically as a very small role, and that one kind of beats the drum too about like this woman plays a more of a part in the whole rebellion than just, hey, this is a face associated with A New Hope. Like this lady,
Yeah.
like she actually contributed. I think her biggest contribution was like weapons. I think she was the one paying for equipment.
Yeah. Well,
Yeah, that makes sense.
maybe
And
after
that
like her
sets
realizing
up after the Aldani thing.
Yeah, I mean, like maybe her like years and years of failed democracy and failed politics and dealing with bureaucracy shit of it, that she like decided like she was going about it the wrong way the entire time,
Yep.
which could be interesting. Maybe she gave in to Luthen's ways like towards the end of the show, but we'll see. I mean, like we are seeing like the evolution and the beginning of these characters being like the foundation of them. I mean, like Cassian, it's a different cast that we're familiar with in Rogue One.
Yeah.
True.
Yeah.
It's interesting. I think they're doing a really good job of it. I think it's all the characters are well written and they're thought out and they're well developed too.
Yeah, I agree. I am actually invested in like what's going on.
I can back that up.
Yeah, and I'm also glad that it's not really that familiar, that the formula that we thought it was gonna be. It's like every third episode is like the climax.
Yeah.
I'm glad I didn't really think that was the case, but like after the first like episode 3, episode 6, I was like, oh fuck me, man. But
yeah, like
Maybe
please
slides
don't.
onto something shit.
yeah, I mean, but like episode 8, like this one, like I'm still like the edge of my seat. I'm still like I
Still
want to
building.
watch more.
Yep,
Yeah,
still building.
yeah, it's good shit. Yeah, I like
Yep.
it. What do we get in the review out for this one, boys?
I think we're gonna have to go with an 8.
8? I go with 8 too, just because I'm kind of in the middle. Yeah,
I got to give it a 7. Nothing lost, nothing ventured, nothing gained.
Yeah,
I didn't feel like it, really stood out too much, but it didn't do anything wrong. I didn't have any issues with the episode or pacing or anything like that. There's just a few things that I was like, damn, I kind of wish they spent more time on this, or like, shoot, that was really cool. Give me more of that. I don't know.
No, that
Yeah.
seems fair.
Okay, well, Ken, you said 8.
Yeah, I said 8. You said 8. Sly said 7. So
Then where does that leave us then? Then I guess what, 7.5 then?
7.5. Yeah.
Cool. All right, boys. Well, that's going to be a 7.5 here from the Foundry on Andor episode 9. If you guys enjoyed it, please make sure to leave a like. Drop a comment down below and spread some love. Send the video to your friends. Let it. Like they're going to hear the story about us getting paid off about Thor. They're going to want to know that.
That little tidbit.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Perfection.
Good
All right.
stuff.
We'll see you guys later on the next review. Bye, nerds.
Peace.
Bye.